Welcome back, folks, to Full Throttle here on the Heavybass channel. We went through Mine Road. We went through a very interesting sequence in order to get Cavefish goggles. Those Cavefish goggles are going to be needed to find the Cavefish headquarters in order to find Ricky Bayon's ramp, which is needed for the jump itself. Since we have access to the Cavefish goggles, by the way, we put them on. And we stay on this road until we get the location of the cave. As soon as we reach the cave, we go inside. Now, this vast underground network is home to the Cavefish. The Cavefish are very, very religious when it comes to, all that stuff. It is a beautiful dystopian location, actually. For a location that's full of evil people, the Cavefish are basically cold-blooded murderers. They're basically pretty much it's the Mad Max equivalent. Keeping on this bit here, probably better one, but anyway, here they store that ramp like it was a treasure. But if you essentially try and steal it, but anyway, that's the ramp we need. That's Ricky Bayon's ramp. Property of Ricky Bayon Traveling Stunt Show. Yeah, that's the one. We need to attach the ramp to the bike, which thankfully is easier said than done. But also Ben gets an idea. Said, the ramp is strong enough to take out the dots on the road. So, we put ourselves back on the bike. But as we try and leave the cave, there's an issue that comes straight out of it. We try and leave the cave, but there's a problem. The Cavefish are very sound sensitive. If you try and leave the cave, go up there, without that one, they would have been alerted. However, Ben gets the idea of taking out all that stuff. But since the Cavefish are oblivious to what's happening, they all fall to their death. And Ben essentially leaves the cave. Let's put this down. He chucks the Cavefish goggles over the canyon, and essentially we are done with the Pollo Hogo, all that stuff. So, now that we have everything, we have the recoil booster from the geek with the glasses, the spiky hair one that said "ta-ta." Then we picked up the hovering device from the wreck of the Goon's hovercraft. Very important. We could just go fully. We could just basically review this, because once we cross that bridge, we are basically done. We will have no means of ever crossing that gorge again. As in, we are not going to come back here again. The game will prompt us to go to the final segment of the game, because we've been in this midpoint for so bloody long. I will agree, it takes us a bit, but more or less, it's just all the stuff that we've been reviewing and all that stuff, which is basically all the. They're probably going to be realizing what the heck's been going on. Now we get to go back to through the Cavefish territory. Or was the Cavefish territory, since they're now dead. Indeed, the Cavefish are gone. So we go back the way we came. I would have figured I had a brain fart moment here, because I honestly actually thought you had to drive all the way to the very end and then you jump the gorge. The problem is, though, this is a LucasArts game. This would have been a bit too ambitious. They already had 3D sequences filmed, they've already had some budget out on them, and with all that stuff. They've already did this, so yeah, this would have been very ambitious. This is me being stupid here, because I forgot that you can actually cross the final bit of the game. I know. We just go straight to the very end, which is basically the gorge jump. And this is where I had the brain fart moment because I was like, oh, how the fuck do I do that? Well, I forget. And then I was trying to thinking, what do I do? What do I do across the bridge? It's been a while since I did that. So
looks good where
it
it
stays
is.
where he is. We go back on the bike, but then we get to take a look at all the items that we picked up as well. Sadly, I wish as much as I would like to keep those items, the bad news is that we don't get to keep them because, you know. As much as I would love to use those items to kick the shit out of Ripburger, can't do that. Go back on the bike. If we can. Come on. I have no idea what I'm doing here.
It's meant for nuts.
Get back onto here. And I believe I finally figured out. Alright, so now we've modified the bike enough. He's about to do the jump. I'm not gonna say any word. We need to get a good wind up or anything. Turn on the boost. Jump the gorge. And there we go. We are now on the other side. So, Ben starts the long drive as it goes on to night, as we move on to the final segment of the game. Ben arrives at Biker Holy Land, the Corley headquarters. Yes, this next bit is the final segment of the game. We've been on the first. We went through 60% of the game. Now we finally arrive here, and next time we're gonna try and make some headway, or rather, we need to get inside the building. So I'll see you all next time, folks. Bye for now.